Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 284 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Welcome to the gun show, and he's Batman.
I got a throat thing.
And I got a AC thing. But if this is the first time you're seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you only listen on audio services, that's cool too. Just make sure you give us a 5-star review, thumbs up, or whatever your service allows. Speaking of listening to us on audio services, I have no AC upstairs. So we're podcasting. It's very warm up here.
If you hear the fans, we apologize.
That's what I was getting to. So we've got a fan on. Hopefully the mics aren't picking it up too much. You might hear a slight noise, but if you do, yes. So it's currently 89 degrees up here. So that's cool.
Wow.
89, so all we're doing is blowing hot air at us, but it's better than nothing. So if you hear a slight buzz, sorry, but usually we're talking just about nonstop anyway, so hopefully
would it be
we'll
better
drown
temperature-wise with the door open?
I don't want to hear it. Then Bella's going to run in here and knock over a light or something.
Okay, fair enough.
But if you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where for $1 you become a booster, where you get the podcast live one day early every month. Also, you can tell Sean to not hit the microphone.
We can test
for
out how
$5.
Things work.
Yeah, you become a producer, where you get a bonus episode every month. $10 makes you an affiliate, where you can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube. And for $20, if you're crazy enough, you can choose the bonus episode topic and record it with us if you so wish. Some of our patrons deserve a shout out, like our affiliates James Solar, Sarah Solar, John Tingley, and Derek Bamford, as well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts and the like, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. You really take for granted air conditioning. So John says in the chat we should have a poolside podcast. So we did one forever ago before you found us, John. It was a lot easier. It was a fireside chat.
We've
That's
never done
true.
a daytime one.
We haven't,
but it's gonna be so hot.
Well,
until
and now
October.
So the difference was when we did it back then. Now we've got a USB mixer, which is not easy to lug around. Back then we just had a Zoom. I forget what it was called, but a Zoom recording thing that we could just plug those in, record
like a mobile recording studio.
It would be nice, but then I'd get eaten by mosquitoes. But it's something we might do again in the future. I just don't know that I'd be able to actually stream it for the patrons because our internet out there is not great. But it may come back in the future. Yeah, that was every one of our best moments. So yeah, not having AC sucks. But what are you gonna do? Anything you wanted to talk about, Sean, before we get into everything? Because we got a jam-packed episode. If you couldn't tell. By the name of the episode, it's our prediction special that we love doing every single year with or without E3.
I did see Sonic 2 last night.
And?
I liked it. It was good.
You already had the post-credits spoiled for you.
Yeah, but I don't really know too much about that anyway. Like,
I don't either because I didn't play that game.
Yeah. But no, it was good. It was very fan service.
Oh, John does remember it. Wow. Okay. Awesome.
There's a lot of stuff from the first one that I don't remember. Like, I don't remember anything about I mean, I do now, but I'd forgotten about Longclaw. Robotnik's little, like, coffee
Minion,
shop
yeah.
buddy. I don't remember that guy. I don't remember if the Mean Bean shop was in the first one. But
I don't think so.
Okay.
But when I saw that, I was like, ha ha ha.
But I'm like, maybe that was in the first one. I don't know. Knuckles was awesome. I thought Tails was just kind of so-so. He was just...
But that's what Tails is.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. But yeah, Knuckles was awesome.
What do you think about the character that might or might not come back? There's no way it's dead.
No chance.
No, okay.
I liked the bit, the airplane thing was awesome.
You're like...
I
mean, of course, that was on the posters and everything.
Right, yeah. The giant Robotnik robot
straight
was
out of
awesome.
the games. Yep.
Jim Carrey, it is Jim Carrey-esque. Just stupid little thing, like when Carrie Robotnik is like controlling the robot, but he's like just doing all these like stupid things and like making him dance, just like stupid things like that was cracking me up.
I was surprised
when he mushroom clapped the plane, and then he was like, "What was that? I didn't even know you could do that." He's like, "It's in the manual," and it was like straight up Sega Genesis manual.
That was a Leo moment for me.
Yeah.
And Casey looked at me like, "What?" I was like, "That's what the game did. That's what it used to look like on the Genesis."
And the when Sonic is saving Knuckles from under the pillar thing that fell, and he's like, and there's a big bubble, and he goes, "Oh."
No, I did. That was another Leo moment. I was like, "This is that. That's what I mean."
The only thing that would have been better is during that, if it was like,
and did you see what I meant by the level that they somehow?
I'm guessing when they're in like the little tomb,
the ruins.
Like
Didn't that look like? I don't know if it's Marble Zone.
Well, so during the credits, when they show like a 2D version of like pretty much everything that happened in the movie, when they got to that part, at least what they showed in the credits was straight up from a level. At least the background, like the palette, not the palette, but like the patterns or whatever. Like that was definitely from. What did you say?
Marble Zone, but it's not Marble Zone.
Not Marble
in one.
Zone.
It's the one that's in three.
Labyrinth.
Where you start when you're falling down.
Oh, I would have thought it was 2.
Or maybe it's 2.
But I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, it's the one where you go underwater in 2.
What they showed in the credits looked like it was straight from a game, which was probably the inspiration, whatever, for that. But, yeah, I assume that's what you were talking about. But, no, I liked it a lot. It was really good. I'm glad. It seems like there's going to be a third.
They've already confirmed there's a third, and there's a Knuckles spin-off show with Idris. Yeah.
Okay.
On Paramount Plus, unfortunately, I'm afraid. But with Idris coming back, that's awesome. So he's just sweet, he's all in. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonic 2 is amazing. I don't own the first one. I think I want to own this. Like when I see it on sale on Blu-ray, 4K, of course. Oh, but did you know what I mean about the people part that was just like, why is this all the wedding stuff? That was the one I was like, if you could have cut that out, you saved 15, 20 minutes. I get it had to be there because
it went on for a bit long. At the one part, but
the sister is funny. I'll give her that.
She was good, but you could have cut. I don't know that you could have cut that part. I don't know. We didn't need to go through the whole like plan of them rescuing them. Like they captured them. Okay, they found them. Let's get back to
Let's get back to the video game stuff.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Sonic, not the humans. I don't know why I said it like that. Humans. Can I do this?
I'm gone.
Cool. No, you're not gone. Well, good. I'm glad you finally saw it, and I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it was good.
So, Sean, I don't even want to
one other quick thing.
Okay,
I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil anything and whatever.
Oh.
We watched the first episode of Stranger Things. I already like it better than seasons 2 and 3. It's just got
that's what I'm hearing from everybody. Yeah. Could I pick up season 4 having only seen
probably
1?
Because I don't really remember what happened in 2 and 3
and who the new characters are and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a 5-minute long recap in the beginning.
Oh well, there you go.
That you'll kind of understand what's going on, but I don't remember anything from 2 or 3. So I would watch 4 so far. Just based on what I've seen from one episode, it seems like it's going to be good. It seems like it's getting back to what made the first season good. It was very 80s movie-ish. And
I've heard this is straight up horror with like crazy gore and stuff.
The very end of the episode was like, wow, okay. So I think it's going to be good, But it's going to be, with as long as some of the episodes are, like, we'll probably watch the other, 6 episodes, I think, over the next
few weeks.
Month or two.
Until July 1st when it comes back. Because the last 2 episodes, so it's before Saul, which sucks.
Dang, okay.
Yeah. I heard somebody say that they're doing season 5. I'm like, I thought the whole point of this being 9 hours.
I saw that season 5 is the last one.
I thought season 4 was the last.
This is season 4 and that's going to be 5, or I know this is really season 4 part 1. So I don't know if they're going to do a second part and then a whole additional season.
See, I always thought this was the last season.
That's what I thought, but I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Seems like it should be.
Well, I might have to watch. I still haven't watched Kenobi.
I'm not.
Somebody said there was a really cool but stupid ass fight
Yeah.
in the third episode that was dumb and made no sense.
Yeah,
But I feel like I need to watch it because I'm already seeing tweets come out about Vader this and Vader that. I'm like, I know he's in it, but like y'all are getting too close to spoiling everything. So I need to just watch
it. Feels very fan servicey. I don't know. There's only 3 episodes left. I feel like not a whole lot has really happened yet, but it's good, but it's not as good as The Mandalorian. It's not as good as any of The Mandalorian that we've gotten yet.
Mandalorian season 2 was amazing.
So I don't know. It's good, but it's not as good as I would have wanted it to be. Ewan is good. He's still
Ewan,
Obi-Wan, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, Sean, now I'm afraid to ask, what have you been playing? Have you played you know what? Because I know you've played other stuff. Did you get the damn platinum yet?
I didn't, but I got a little further. I got the final 10 things that I needed of the final 30 collect-a-thon thing.
Oh, so now do you just have to beat it again?
No, there's only 2 other things that I need to collect 10 of. I thought there might have been 3. There's only 2. One of them I've gotten like 4 or 5, so I need a handful more of those. And then there's one more thing that I need 10 of. I don't think either of them will be that bad. And then basically just, I don't literally have to beat the game again, but I have to get all the rings, and I think there's one that isn't until pretty late in the game, so.
Oh, you don't need another ending. Okay.
No,
I couldn't
I've
remember
gotten
what
them
it was.
all because I did some save scumming.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So I've already gotten all 3 endings just by beating it twice. But yeah, I'm still doing the collect-a-thon thing, but I'm on the way down. I'm on the way down. If that's,
you know what phrase I hate? It's all downhill from here. Downhill's easy. Uphill is tough.
Yeah.
I get it because you're like, down means bad, but if you're
It's
going
all
downhill, it's much if you're on a bike and you're going downhill, it's a lot easier than going up a hill. I hate that phrase.
Yeah.
Had to get that off my chest.
I think of it as meaning what it's meant to mean. But I don't think it should. I agree with you that
it doesn't make sense.
It should, yeah. Got a couple platinums.
You did. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, I want to see if anything has changed. Everything has changed. I platinumed, now that we can talk about it, Super Perils of Baking.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't too bad. I definitely struggled on New Game Plus. Like, it's tough. It wasn't just like it's New Game Plus. Like I told you, I think it's really just hard mode.
It's not like you end up with like 6 HP by the end of the game.
Right. Nothing.
And
you're still
permanent
just
firepower. Not firepower. Whisk power.
So once you beat the game, you can unlock 2 more characters. It's debatable if either of them are better than the normal character.
But they do play differently?
Yeah. I mean,
do you have to buy them? Because I can see
the
brother in the shop.
You buy them each for 20,000.
And then I never buy anything in the shop.
I didn't until the final boss. The final boss was tough, but I think it was just because I was playing it stupidly. So I kept buying hearts and hats and whatever. But yeah, so I beat it. I beat New Game Plus. It was a little challenging. Well, somebody else is on there. Wait. Okay, somebody else is on there, but I'm still number 1.
Wait, who is it? Let me see.
Breath of Water.
Oh my God, that's Barry, I think.
Is it really?
So you got it before Barry.
Before Barry.
I guess he was busy getting ready for day 1.
So as of right now, I am the first to get the platinum in Super Perils of Baking.
John finds it easier to run up a hill. Downhill hurts the knees. I find it easier not to run.
There's something to be said for that. Yeah.
I find it easier not to run, John.
Well, that's true.
So
I beat it. It was tough. I would definitely, if you're going to get this platinum,
I don't think I'm going to.
Really? Like you don't?
I've got one.
Don't want to, or
I don't know that I want to, but I'm on level like 34, 35 now. No, I didn't beat the game before reviewing it, but I mean, I played enough to know what the game is. It's the exact same the rest of it. And Sean had beaten it before we reviewed it, so there you go. Also, code provided by Lambsmith PR. Thank you guys so much. Out of like 34, 35 levels, I've got no speed runs obtained, and I've only got 1 flawless victory. So I'm like, This game is harder for me than it should be, I think. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the sliding.
The flawless ones
the
are easy.
hitboxes.
You just need to go slow and be patient. The speedruns are difficult. There's certain levels that after trying a few times, I'm like, nope, I'm not going to be able to get it on this level. I'll try a different one. But it's definitely a platinum you could get. It's up to you if it's something you really want to do. But yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't already, go check out our review. We really we got an 8. We gave it an 8 out of 10. I will say we were struggling. Is it a 7 or an 8? We both at first thought 7, but as we started writing out our scripts for the review, I, for one, was thinking, I'm actually thinking this is an 8. And then Sean was like, LOL, I kind of think so too. And we didn't want to get in it's a 7.7 or anything stupid. Also,
right, whole numbers only.
Yeah. But Colin retweeted the review. That was nice. That was awesome. Made our phones blow up for a tiny bit there. But I really like the game. It's a fun platformer. I do have issues with it. Like we said in the review, it's kind of floaty. The controls aren't perfect. The one thing we didn't mention in the review that I wish we would have is this, like I was texting you, these hitboxes are just so confusing. If you don't hit an enemy, it seems like directly from above coming down.
Right, there's enemies that are like circles, like donuts or cookies or whatever.
And if you hit
them at like 10 o'clock, you're going to get hit. But if you hit them at like 10:30, you're fine. It's just there's a very... Yeah.
It's frustrating. And that's why after I play for like a half hour, so I'm like, okay, I got to stop. Because now I'm just getting frustrated at this, getting through this one level. I'm going to put it away, whatever. But it's got underwater levels. It's got Minecraft levels, an ode to Donkey Kong Country. It's got floating levels, which I would say are also an ode to Mario World, because there's a couple balloon where you become a balloon in Mario World. It's a really fun game. I kind of wish the bosses were a little bit different. Maybe the last one is, or is it just the brother?
It's still that.
They
but
just does different
every time
attacks.
you fight him, he's a little faster, gets a new attack.
The funny thing, I didn't die at either of the 3 bosses I fought yet.
I didn't die at him until the final boss.
I have only died in the levels, and I've died many times, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
But
the hardest thing about New Game Plus is not just that there's more enemies, but it seems like they just put them at the worst spots. I'll see a platform and be like, okay, I'm safe, and I'll jump there, and then as soon as the screen scrolls, there's one of the guys. Yeah, he shoots me. I'm like, oh, come on.
It's those guys, and then the bubblegum machines.
Yeah.
That they'll be perched up somewhere high, and I'm like, I jump over this enemy,
dun,
and it's clean, and I'm like, okay, run, and then it goes dun dun. I'm like, oh, poof, dead. Because I'm always getting to those spots with 1 HP, and it's so frustrating. But I mean, I've gotten I think 20 something trophies, but I think it's got a lot.
There's
57 or something like
57,
that. I think I've gotten 22 without really trying to, except drop a hat off when you drop a hat down a cliff. I'm like, okay, I'll get that. That's easy.
Yeah.
Kill all the enemies. Okay, I've killed all the enemies. I was like, what enemy have I not killed yet? And then I went into the bestiary, and it was the underwater pretzel. And after I realized that, the next level is underwater, and I had my hat, and I was like, let's go very slow. And I got to one, bink, and trophy popped. I was like, okay, good. Now
Can you kill them just with a projectile?
I did.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Because you can't jump on anybody underwater.
No.
Yeah, that's...
So yeah, I got the trophy for killing, or for getting all the recipes, which is killing all the enemies, on level 7 or 8 or something. It was very early. Maybe it was in the team. Maybe it was in the second set of 10.
I would have if I would have tried to kill a
very
pretzel.
early in the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Minecraft jack of all trades. It is crazy just to look at it. And in our review, we show a little quick clip of the original Perils of Baking. If you've never, you look at it and you're like, it's amazing how
that
far
game looks like
come.
it was from 20 years ago.
It looks like we could have made it.
Yeah.
But Barry and the team, they've come a long way. I like Colin writing the story for it with the storybook and everything. It's a really good game. If you like platformers, you'll like it. Don't go into it thinking it's Mario World.
I think $10 is the right.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. If it was $20, I'd be like, wait for it to go on sale. But for $10, I think it's worth $10 easily.
Did you ever look at the PS5 list? It's not supposed to be as hard as Abraxia 2, but it is a separate trophy list. That's a little bit harder.
I don't think I'm going to do
that. They said. Yeah. So we'll see.
Wait, is it out on PS5 already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So they did what they did with Abraxia, but It's just not as bad a trophy, or you know what I mean, as hard a trophy
yeah.
list as Habroxia 2 PS5 was.
Right.
But I assume from now on, Colin, especially since Colin's involved, he's going to want to have a separate trophy list for the PS4 and for the PS5, along with the PS5 being harder than the PS4 would be my guess. Oh yeah, Lashley won. Who cares? Are you looking? Is that PS5 now?
I think so, yeah. But most of it's the same. There's one that's get a 10 times bouncing combo before hitting the ground.
I would assume you'd have to do that in New Game Plus. Because I never...
I
there's
haven't hardly any...
I haven't gotten more than a 4 combo.
Most of them are the same. Flawless run on any boss level, that's doable.
Those levels aren't hard, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I want to go back and do it.
It might be something like towards the end of the year or something.
Right.
Well, cool.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do it, but it doesn't... Oh. 100% dining, view the secret ending. That probably means get... Yeah, okay. Flawless run in all 55 levels. Beat the time goal in all 55 levels. Okay, I'm not doing that.
No, never mind. Yep. All right. Happy with the PS4 version.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check out our review for Super Perils if you have not already. It's a lot of fun. It's a good game. Like I said, if you like platformers, check it out. Did you play anything else, Sean?
I got another platinum.
Oh, yeah, duh. We got to talk about this. Sorry, John Bernardo.
Mayo 3. So those were platinums 52 and 53. Dark Souls should be 54, hopefully in the next couple weeks. But it's My Name is Mayo. If you know anything about these games, I will say the third one has... It turns into a different game at the end, and it's maybe... It's not worse, but it's like, I just want to be done with it.
Is it still just clicking, or is it something else?
No, but it's just as bad. But I beat it. I had to do it in 2 sittings.
You just couldn't take it.
1 and 2 I beat all at once.
Yeah.
I think I literally beat them maybe back to back. I think I did them like together. This one, I was doing it late at night and I was already getting kind of tired. I'm like, this is a good place to stop. I'm going to finish it tomorrow morning. And I did. But I'm not necessarily proud of it. But I already got the platinums in 1 and 2. I wasn't going to leave 3 out there.
You have to.
Unplatinumed. So yeah, 2 platinums. Busy weekend for me.
Very busy with Mayo 3.
Yes.
The only other game I played, I just downloaded it on a whim, just because, and that's Diablo Immortal on mobile. This game is pissing a lot of people off. I will say, so I
heard that it would cost
$110,000.
Oh, is that what, yeah, $100 and something thousand to
max
like
out.
max your character or something.
I saw a VGC tweet that. I was going to say that. Yeah, I've only played it on my phone, and I didn't hook up my controller. I might try it on my iPad because you log in and all your stuff comes. Whatever. It might be more fun with a controller, but I hate touchscreen controls in games that are quote unquote real games.
Yeah.
If I'm playing, my bubble pop game, I don't care. You drag, let go. That's fine. Diablo Immortal, I'm...
Yeah, let me fire it up. I kind of want to see what it looks like.
It's, you've got, on the left side of the screen is your stick. On the right side of the screen, you've got 4 or 5 buttons. One's a regular attack. Then you've got, a special attack. There's 5 different classes you can choose. I don't even remember. Oh, I picked a Demon Hunter. He shoots like a crossbow thing. But it's because it's on a phone, it's not like you can even use the right stick. I feel like it should be a twin stick shooter. And it's been so long since I played Diablo 3 that I can't remember if that's how that was on console. Like if you can use the right stick to aim. But you're just moving with your left thumb. Then your right thumb is on the attack. You can just hold it. And you can move while you're attacking, and you just target an enemy. There's no way to target a different enemy that I can find out.
So is it a full legit... It's not like a... what are those games called? It's not like a... is it basically Diablo? It's not like...
And you can just tap and hold, and he'll keep attacking.
Oh, okay. It's not like
It's an actual Diablo game, from what I understand.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it could be cool.
It's one of those things where if I hook it up... Now, I'm not going to buy a single thing in this game. You better believe that. But I wonder if I... Actually, I should probably start downloading that on here now. If I download it on my iPad and I log in and I've got my DualSense hooked up, would that make it...
co-op? Can we co-op or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I have no idea, but I would assume not. But I wonder if I play it like that, how it'll do. It might actually be fun. I don't know. I'm not completely against mobile games. Like, last year we got Castlevania Grimoire of Souls, which was really fun.
It made my top 10.
Yeah, both of us. For 6-7 hours, whatever I played, it was super fun.
I never went back. Like, there's like worlds that you couldn't even get to yet.
Yeah, they did a lot of updates.
I never went back.
It's just like, I don't know about this, but I'm also not just going to hate on it. I'm not like a huge Diablo fan. I've played 3 for a little bit, and that was it. And I played that on my PS4, yeah. But it just wasn't for me. It was just so grindy and everything that, I don't know. I'd like to think when Diablo 4 comes out, I'll want to play it, but I don't know. I'm not ready to say that this game's like horrible or anything yet. I played it for literally a half hour. I'm just like, everybody's talking about it. Some people like it. Some people hate it. And
I feel like Diablo is the kind of thing that you don't mess with it. And like people that love it too much.
Yeah.
And if they don't like it, they're going to let you hear about it. But I'm sure a lot of just
Casuals,
normal people
yeah,
would probably like it. So.
And I'm also I kind of want to play it until I get to the point where, because I remember Justin Davis tweeted something this weekend that like he feels like he's level capped because the only thing he can do to get to the next level is like grind for 4 hours or something. He's like, I think I might be done. So that's where all the microtransaction BS comes.
That's
into play.
Kind of what I'm worried about.
But that's kind of why I want to at least. I think I want to play it until I get to that point, so I can say, well, was this fun or not, and then just see what I think. But I'm not going to spend a single penny on this game. Believe that.
John Tingley says you can play it co-op.
Oh, Diablo Immortals is borderline MMO. You can play it co-op.
So
well, that might.
Fun.
Okay, well then that would probably make it a lot more fun. We're both on our iPads. I think it could be fun.
Yeah.
Anything else, Sean?
I got nothing.
We've only got one news item, but we're going to get to it right now. Sean, would you like to get the news of the week?
Let's do it.
One news item to cover, but it is a big one before we get to our predictions for the Summer Game Fest and the rest of the summer and whatever other freaking things end up happening. We just had what I am calling, I don't know if you agree, the best state of play that has ever happened.
I think it's possible, if not likely, that was the best one ever.
And I'm saying this as someone who was disappointed that we didn't get a God of War release date.
I mean, they kind of warned you.
I know, but they also didn't. They undersold it for sure. Third parties and some PSVR 2 stuff. Tune in for 30 minutes, and then
there was a lot in that 30 minutes.
They kicked it off with Resident Evil 4 Remake.
So what I thought that was, I'm like, oh, this is Last of Us.
That's what I watched.
The
Angry
first thing
Joe
that popped up, and it was just a black screen with like bold white text. I'm like, oh, well, this is Last of Us, and then it says R. I'm like, R. Oh, Remake.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, wait, what is that?
Yeah,
that says Resident Evil. I'm like, oh my god.
Now I didn't get to watch it from the very beginning because I was taking my daughter to her dance rehearsal, and Sean's like, "OMG!" I'm like, "What?" Forgetting what time it is.
I don't think I knew that you weren't watching.
No, I know, because I told you I was going to, but then I was running late and Jess wasn't here. Blah blah blah. And you're like RE4, and I was like, "Shut up!" But yeah, I watched Angry Joe's reaction after the fact, and when that white R popped, he's like, "Oh, we got Last of Us. We got factions, guys." And then he's like, "Oh, what are all those?"
That's exactly how I was.
Thankfully, it's only PS5, Series X and S, and PC. No last gen. Thank you. They did also announce that PSVR 2 content will be coming to the game. No time frame on that because we don't even know when PSVR 2 is coming out. And in the blog post, Capcom said that they will be, quote, reimagining the storyline of the game while keeping the essence of its direction, modernizing the graphics, and updating controls to a modern standard, end quote. People are also already speculating on its connections to Village. Somebody found in the trailer a symbol that looks like the Four Houses symbol. So
really?
But this, in canon, this happened 20 years before it. But we also know the Duke knew the merchant because he says my buddy, the merchant, or whatever in the game. Wouldn't surprise me at all if whatever. I hope they don't screw with the story, but if they just add little things to tie it in, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
One of the things people notice, I forgot, when Leon gets to that first cabin at the beginning of the game, it's daytime. In this, it's nighttime. So it's like they are changing a little bit. But, I mean, who cares about that? It probably looks even better.
Yeah, I mean, that makes more sense.
What did you think of Resident Evil 4? The long-rumored, finally... and it's out March 24th, so we don't have to wait that long. 9 months from now, we're going to be playing this game. I got to think if they're putting that date on it, they're ready.
Yeah,
They're saying it'll be ready then. What did you think about RE4 Remake?
I mean... It's one of my favorite games of all time already with the less than perfect controls. I don't have nearly as big an issue as some people do with them. But this, more than anything, was just like a big sigh of relief. I'm just like, oh, thank you. It's real. It's happening. Because I was always a little bit worried. Like, I know there was talks of, their RE4 Remake is supposedly coming. And then... RE4 VR came out. I'm like,
I was like,
was
that
the
remake?
What you were talking
Damn
about?
It.
But so I'm just glad it's legit. Don't have to wait terribly long. We'll probably get Resident Evil 9 March 2024, I would guess. I would hope.
Village was last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. And if they find a way, I mean, it's almost too perfect to not... I think they would be stupid to make this game and not find a way to...
Nail it.
Well, just to, like, tie into Village.
Yeah.
Like, this is also in Europe. This is also in a village.
There's
two
dudes
also
know
a
each other.
castle.
Yeah.
There's also this whole, like, armory area. Like, it's... And I don't think it's literally... I don't think this is taking place in RE8 Village.
Correct.
But... It's got to be connected somehow. I can't wait. It's next year's shaping up to be maybe crazier than this year. We've already got RE4, Final Fantasy 16, Breath of the Wild, Dead Space,
Starfield,
probably PSVR 2 with who knows what games.
But remember when we were talking about 2022 before all these delays, we're like, this could be the best year ever. It ain't gonna be. I mean, we got Elden Ring, and I think we're still gonna get God of War. But it's not going to be a 2017 or a 2007 or a 98. It's not going to be one of those.
Up there. If God of War comes out and kills it, it's up there.
Yeah.
Horizon was very solid. Elden Ring is top 10 all time. If Ragnarok hits it out of the park, like
if it's as good as the first, if not better,
it's not
then okay,
like a GOAT year, but it's up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. And again, the updating the controls to the modern standards really all I care about. Again, I didn't play it back when everybody else did in 2005. I played it in 2017, and by then, not being able to move and shoot, I was like, I love this game, but these controls are hard to get used to. This could end up, honestly, if they do this right, this could be a top 5 game all time for me. Right now, RE2 Remake is my favorite RE. I don't know how this doesn't top that unless they screw it up, which I don't think they would.
It should top it,
yeah,
but we'll see.
Also, speaking of Resident Evil Village, it's getting PSVR 2 support. Again, no date on that. Of course, all they showed was the castle section and Lady Big Boobs, because that's what people care about. Still weird that they put that at the beginning of the game and not the end, but whatever. I love RE Village. I don't know if I can handle it in VR, but I'm going to get a PSVR 2, and I'm going to check this out.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll play through it, but
right.
I'm going to check it out. It can't be worse. It wouldn't be worse than 7. 7, I legitimately had a difficult time playing it.
John has never played RE4. At this point, I would say
just wait.
If you have a PS5 or a Series X, wait.
Yeah.
Then next up, we got a little trailer for Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Retribution. So it's Saints and Sinners 2 Retribution on PSVR 2. It's also coming to PSVR this year, which is weird to me. But that also makes me think PSVR 2 is not going to be back compat with PSVR. There's been a lot of questions about that. We don't know. We know Sony when it comes to back compat, they're not the greatest. So we'll see what happens there. The original game's supposed to be pretty good, so I assume this will be good as well. Then we got what I would call a breathtaking trailer, knowing that this game is in VR, for Horizon Call of the Mountain. And I'm looking at this, and I saw some, like, of that teaser they put out before State of Play. People were comparing that to the original trailer they showed, and the amount...
Oh, it looks totally different.
Oh, my God. The amount of detail on the leg of that long neck, tall neck.
Tall neck.
Tall neck. Long neck is a beer. It's been a while since I had one.
Yes.
But you play as, I don't know how to say his name, Ryu? Riaz? I almost think I heard somebody say Riaz.
I thought it was Rias or something like that.
A former Shadow Karja ninja. Why did I say ninja? A former Shadow Karja trying to redeem himself. Aloy will cameo in the game. There's also the river ride experience that you can just float down a river and experience the world.
That's like, I could totally see doing
But sometimes dinosaurs will come at you. So I guess there is still some action in it, which is cool. I think this looks amazing. This has to be a launch game for it.
Yeah.
Like I said last week, they're probably PSVR 2 might be ready before this is ready, and then they're just going to hold off. The only thing I wonder, and I'm fine with it if it's this way, I wonder if this is going to be more linear than open world. I think it kind of has to be.
Yeah.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. The shots in this trail, and I still hate the floating hand thing. I don't understand. We don't see, I guess it's because the whole field of view or something in the VR. I don't know. The floating hands just freaks me out. The first time I saw Half-Life Alex, I was like, I don't get that. But anyways, when when dude is jumping and he's got like the climbing things, and then you see him look at the thing and he's kind of like twirling the string. I'm like, this is going. I don't care if I only play like 2 or 3 games on this PSVR 2. I have to buy this thing.
Yeah.
I have got to experience this. And then when you're going down the zip line thing, I'm like, people are gonna be falling out.
Yeah.
What did you think of Horizon Call of the Mountain?
It looks awesome. I mean, I would get a PSVR 2 day one, even if this game didn't exist. But it looks like it's going to be awesome.
Oh, also, don't forget to try to remind me to cover our predictions at the end. I can't remember if I put it in the doc or not.
Yeah,
I don't want to. Okay, I was like, I don't want to scroll down there because then I'm going to forget where I was.
I see what you're saying.
Our predictions for the State of Play. I think you won, but we're going to go over them. So that looks awesome. Also, Horizon Forbidden West got a free update that is now available, adding New Game Plus, ultra hard difficulty. You can swap your outfits and you can respec your skill trees, which a lot of people were saying why wasn't in the game to begin with, but who cares? It's
fair point.
But next up, this took me by complete surprise because this is not at all what I thought they were going to announce. But Spider-Man Remastered is coming to PC on August 12th. Miles Morales is also coming out later this year. Combined, those two, it was announced, have sold over 33 million copies. Any Sony fanboys that are mad about this game coming there and going back to when Insomniac said it'll never be on anything but PlayStation, get over yourselves. They sold 33 million copies. No,
right. What else are you going to do with it?
Yeah, they have milked this cow dry. This is awesome. I don't know what else there is to say about it, but I'm happy that it's coming to PC because it's going to sell like the amount of money. Remember, Sony's factoring in 300 million from PC this year.
Yeah,
there you go. Any thoughts?
No, I'm totally fine. It's what, a 4-year-old game at this point,
right?
Or by the time it comes out, pretty much 4 years old. Yeah, who cares? I'm glad it's coming out. The more people that play this, the better.
Agreed.
I had it my number 1 PS4 game.
Yep. So. And I had it I don't remember. Top 5, I think. 4 maybe. I don't remember. Then we got a trailer for Stray. It's finally coming out. It's coming out July 19th. And now that we have the all-new PS Plus, Sony can now say the things that Xbox has been saying ever since Game Pass launched 3-4 years ago. It's coming day one, included on the PS Plus Extra and Premium tier.
See, I like it. This is a game that, like, I don't know that I would have bought, but I'm going to get extra I think, the middle tier. And even if it's not, like, I don't expect to get Ragnarok day one.
Right.
That's fine. I wouldn't expect that. But if games like this are day and date on this new PS Plus, like,
I'm
perfect. Totally in on. I mean, I'm in. I was already in, but like, sure, that's even better. So I will definitely play this game.
I want to play Stray. I heard I think it was on GameScoop. They were talking about an interview with the devs that, like, They're a small team in France. They all have cats, and they have cats at the office and stuff. That they've been working on this game for so long, trying to get the animations perfect. And if anyone's ever had a cat, you know cats are little shits. And this cat is like walking across and knocking stuff down and everything. I'm like, this is so cute. And and the fact that he can talk to these, I think they were called Guardians in the trailer and stuff. Yeah. It's a stealth cat game that I'm sure it's going to be like $25 or $30. I'm going to play it. I'm on the fence about extra or premium. I know I said a couple weeks ago I didn't think I was going to do it, but I'm kind of on the fence now. But either way, I'm going to be playing
you're
straight.
Thinking about going all in?
The reason is, and I think this is in the wrap-up, but I'll say it now, Japan launched PS Plus. They do have the NTSC versions of the PS1 games, not the PAL. Now, a lot of people are saying that doesn't really confirm everything because the PAL versions are the ones that have the U.S. language, the English language. Yeah. So that we'll probably still get that, but who knows? Once it's actually, I'm not going to like sight unseen go for it, but I might. And especially because I got my PS Plus for I think $40 this year. If I can upgrade to the highest package for just $60 and not $80, which apparently they said you can, we'll see. But I'm not going to pay for it every month. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So
we'll see. Then we got a trailer for my surprise of the show, Callisto Protocol. Coming out December 2nd. It's from Dead Space's creator, Glenn Schofield. And remember, as we talked about last week or the week before, this is no longer in the PUBG universe. I have no idea how the hell this was ever going to fit in the PUBG universe. I don't know what the PUBG universe is, but it's not there. If I didn't know this was Callisto Protocol, I would have thought this was Dead Space.
That's what I thought it was at first. But
this was the game from this entire show that surprised me the most. That I'm like, I think it's because when they first announced it, I was like a game in the PUBG universe, whatever. Now that's not there. You can tell they're just making Dead Space, and they're putting it out a month before Dead Space comes out, which is why I don't think it's going to get delayed. It's going to hit that date because they don't want it to come out after the Dead Space remake in January 27th, although that's going to get delayed. We all know that.
Probably.
What did you think of Callisto Protocol?
I am very intrigued by it. I think, well, no, I guess this is going in order, but
yeah,
in my mind, we went from RE4 to RE Village to this, and I'm like, holy crap, it's just like survival horror everywhere. But I'm very intrigued by this. I'd kind of forgotten we'd even heard the name before.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, this is the kind of game that if I'm hurting for something to play, like, I don't know, as a grown man, I don't care. This will probably be like on my Christmas list. Like, I don't know. I don't know that I want to buy it, but I kind of want to play it. So
I think I definitely want to play it. If this somehow if it hits like high 80s or a 90, then I might say, okay, maybe I don't want to wait 3 weeks to play it. But
yeah.
Right. My surprise of the show. Then we got a trailer for Roller Drome, which is a horrible name, but it's a pretty cool looking game.
It is beautiful. Like,
I've never seen an art style like that.
Exactly. I don't think I'll play it, but it looks awesome.
That's a game that if it launched on PS Plus or Extra.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that also looks like it should probably be a free-to-play game. Or it should launch with just PS Plus essentials, like Rocket League did all the way back when.
Yeah.
Get people playing, because it looks fun. And they were saying that
it's like Tony Hawk, but
with guns.
Shoot people. Yeah.
And the more combos you do, you like refill your ammo or something, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they said that in the presentation or I just heard that on GameScoop. I can't remember, but that's cool too. The only thing I didn't really care about at all, well, there was one other one. Eternights was announced, coming out early 2023, which combines a dating sim with an action RPG. And I wrote down SMH.
I'll pass.
Okay. Then Street Fighter 6 trailer out in 2023, and I've got some thoughts on this, but I wrote down a lot of notes, so let's see what we got here. It is coming to PS4 and PS5 as well as Xbox and PC. We both talked, but we both assumed it was not going to be exclusive to PlayStation this time. It is not. That's good. More people can play it. Awesome. They've got some kind of action RPG style side mode, which I still don't understand. They said there will be an immersive single-player campaign and a battle hub, which is their online stuff, I assume. There's a new drive system mechanic. You can do like 5 different technical moves to enhance your offense or defensive abilities, I think. They also added the new modern control type for new players that simplifies specials and supers. Think about if you ever played on the 3DS. Did you ever play Super 4 on my 3DS? The bottom screen, you can assign like Fireball, Dragon Punch. So you can just click.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of like you push like forward and A. It's almost like Smash controls is what I saw somebody say. I'm like, that's a good way to, it's just forward and A, up and B, whatever. The roster is already leaked, and Capcom seemed to kind of confirm it, saying, yeah, we've all seen stuff we weren't supposed to, but hey, thanks for the enthusiasm. So it's real. All 8 original characters. That's awesome. Cammy, DJ, Akuma, Juri, I don't know if it's Juri or Yuri, I'm not sure, from Street Fighter 4 are there, as well as Ed and Rashid from 5, and some new characters that we don't know anything about, so I didn't write them down here. I'm probably going to end up buying this. I like that they're saying off the jump there will be a single-player campaign. I don't know if that's the action RPG style. Like when you were walking around as just a dude in a hood, was that the new guy that just came to 5, or is that just like your avatar when you're walking? At first, I thought this.
So what it looks
I thought
like,
Street Fighter, and then I saw the Metro City stuff, so then I was like, oh my god, is this like a 3D Final Fight?
Yeah. So what it looks like to me, I can't remember which ones had it, or if maybe they all had it. It looks like the weird PS2 3D Mortal Kombat games.
Okay.
Because at least one of them, if not all of them, had this mode where you're this new character, but he's just kind of like more boring than Liu Kang. Sorry, Liu Kang. But like he's just like a dude. And you can play as him
like the guy in the movie.
Exactly, yeah. Pretty much. And so you can
People
play
hate
as
on that
him.
movie way too much. I know it didn't have a tournament. The second one's going to be awesome. Also, Miz should play Johnny Cage. Continue.
So you play as that guy in this single player mode. And if I remember correctly, it's almost like, not at all, but hear me out. Sifu, where like as you go through the campaign, you get older and older. And the version of him that you play as in like normal, fighting mode is like the old version of him. And I think you become old version of him
weird
throughout this. But it's like you walk around and you got to like find things to collect. And ooh, I see Sub-Zero over there. Let me talk to him. Oh, Sub-Zero wants me to go
to
this dojo and like fight this guy. It's that kind of stuff.
That sounds exactly what I think this is.
That's kind of what I'm thinking it is. It was kind of a cool, refreshing. I mean, all it is just kind of an overworld where you walk around and then it's like, ooh, I challenge you to a fight, and then you're fighting like normal Mortal Kombat. So I assume that's what this is. I don't think it adds a whole lot to. I think it could. I think they could do something really cool with it.
It could add a lot more than Way of the Hado in Ultra Street Fighter 2.
But I think 99% of the people that buy this game are just gonna. They're not going to be swayed to buy it because of this mode. It's just kind of there.
It's something else
if you want to play it. Yeah.
John says in the chat he's glad Ken was on the leaked roster. I was fearing a Chun-Li Street Fighter 3 type of situation. Me too. I don't like his look. I miss the red gi.
I kind of like it. So I feel like Ken, even though he's always been my dude, he's always just kind of in Ryu's shadow. I like that they're kind of. He's
and
lost
now from
the
5
gi.
to 5, he had half a gi.
He's
and
kind
now
of
he
gone.
Doesn't even have it.
Like
he looks like a
Axel in
fighter.
Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah,
like he's just like old and gristled. Like I like it. I feel like it sets him apart from Ryu, whatever. He's always gonna be Ryu to me.
I know, me too. I don't care.
It sets him apart from Ryu, which I think he has kind of needed.
Yeah.
I dig it. I'm totally okay with it. The
thing I don't know about, I think Ryu looks cool. Of course, they were going to have him without a shirt after everybody freaked out over hot Ryu in Street Fighter 5. When it's just the fight happening, it looks good. I worry about these, like, and I will say, when they hit each other in this, it's like you can feel the impact.
Yeah, that like slight pause.
Like, oh,
yeah.
I don't mind the art style. I think the art looks good. There's something about it. It's like when they do these moves and then there's just like graffiti everywhere. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this, but I don't even know if I'm seeing actual gameplay yet. Until I see two dudes fighting, which
with
I
life bars.
I assume we'll see it at EVO. Yeah, the life bars, round 1 fight. Also, they were saying on GameScoop that they're adding like a shoutcaster to this.
I read something about that. I'm like, I don't think I care.
And people are like, well, it's been in sports games forever. Why wouldn't it be in this? I'm like, that makes sense, but I don't know that I want that.
Yeah, I don't see the need.
And it's out in 2023. No date, no window, but I guess that's the window, 2023. But I'm glad we saw it. I'm going to end up buying it. And I assume these whole simplified this crap, you're not going to be able to do that online. There's no way. There's no way. Because then Casey can go on there and just be like,
I'll do it.
but I think it looked good.
Yeah.
Overall. Tunic is coming to PS4 and PS5 on September 27th. Do you think you're going to jump in?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I assumed this was going to be coming by year's end. That seems like a pretty decent time. I'm hoping it's also included on PS Plus, and I can just play it. Like, I don't know that I really want to buy it because I think I'll like it. It seems very Death's Door-y.
I liked it. I just never finished it.
So I definitely want to dive in. I don't know that I'll get the platinum. I may just be in over my head with it, but it's definitely a game I want to check out. So,
and then we got a trailer for Season, A Letter to the Future, coming out in fall 2022. I guess you ride around on a bike and take pictures. I kind of zoned out during this.
Yeah, I kind of forgot all about that.
It was this and Eternights that I was just like, it's not for me. And then they ended the stream, not with God of War, but with something we probably were hoping to see even more, I might say, or at least as much.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 16 got a banger of a trailer. It's coming out summer 2023. They also said in the blog post the game is being polished right now and is fully playable from start to finish. That makes me wonder if they have not done anywhere near enough translations. Like, if this game's fully playable and it's being polished, it's got to be a translations thing.
For over a year.
Yeah, it's got to be a translations thing. But
yeah.
Obviously, you're the Final Fantasy fan. What did you think? The focus on the summons and everything?
Yeah, it seems like everybody has...
Is it like an origin for the summons?
It seems like they play a very big role in this. It seems like everybody kind of has their own... And it definitely reminds me of something. I can't remember what.
The life bars looked like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But it also looked like it was the summons life. It was like there's a regular person fighting here, but then if you look at the top of the screen, it's like it's Ifrit. Yeah. I'm just, and maybe they've done this before in Final Fantasy, and I just have no idea. But
they handle the summons so like in Final Fantasy VII original, you basically use a summon, they show up and just and then it's like it's a turn. In 10, and pretty much all of them since, I believe, you basically summon them to battle. Your party goes away, and now you're just controlling Ifrit or whoever until he dies, and then your party comes back and whatever.
And how was it in 7 Remake? He was fighting at the same time we were, I think?
I think they're there in addition to your guy. I don't really remember. I think
so, but
honestly.
I can't remember. It's been so long now, I can't remember.
But yeah, it seems like they're playing a big part in this. I don't know. I'm almost certainly going to get this game, but I'm one of those people, get off my lawn, I don't care, that just misses, maybe not necessarily turn-based, but like Final Fantasy 12, I think was a good happy medium, where it's not turn-based, you don't need to and go to like a separate battle, you just fight there on the map, that's fine, but like it almost looks like Devil May Cry now or something. It's like
the combat designers. One of the combat designers.
I'm just like, I just want to like.
Well, one of the combat designers did used to work on Devil May Cry.
There you go. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the game, but I don't know.
See, of course, me looking at that trailer, I'm like, hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it might be more up your alley.
But I do still think that I wanted, and it's also the other thing, the only bad thing I would say about the trailer is it was so jump cutty that it's like, I don't really know what's even happening in the battles. It looks awesome and ending with like Ifrit and Odin and blah, 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 and all those summons. I was like, okay, that's cool. But like, I still don't really even know what the battle system is. I was hoping it was just going to have Final Fantasy VIIs, where you're attacking, your party's attacking, and you're building up your ATB gauge, and then you can do a thing, and then you're and you can switch between. And maybe you can do that. Maybe we just haven't seen enough. But that was the only thing I would say is that trailer was just so bang, 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 like back and forth that I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
The other
I'm super
thing,
pumped.
and I'll bite my tongue until the game comes out, but I know we don't really know anything about this game, but something Final Fantasy I feel like always does, and there's exception. I think 7 was an exception, and I think 10 was an exception. And people who love all the other games would probably say none of them are like this, but it just seems like every single time, and maybe it's because we don't know the characters yet, they always just look like the most cookie cutter, like emo. I'm just like, I don't care about this guy. Now, I don't know anything about this guy, like the main character, whoever he is, but like 15, I feel like they were all kind of different. You kind of got to know them, but like at least in 7, every character I felt was very different, had their own unique look, unique personality, everything. 7 and 10 both. This game, and again, I know we don't know anything about it yet, but every character they show just looks like the most boring cookie cutter protagonist, and I'm just like, ugh.
But I would rather have that. I would rather have them going back to the medieval thing than 4 dudes
I definitely
driving
like the
around in a
medieval.
car.
No, I definitely like the
Yeah.
medieval setting. I think that's the right way to go, because it's been a while. It's been probably since 12 since they've had one that just felt, medieval. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I've got some concerns.
So that was the state of play. Again, I say definitely the best state of play that I can remember. Now to our predictions for state of play. Sean's first prediction was PSVR 2 release date out this year. no, over 2. Astrobot 2. This I'm going to give you a half point for because it wasn't a full one, I don't think. I think you just added on to what I was saying, but you said a new logo for Street Fighter 6. Technically, we got one.
It was not as new as I would have liked.
It's just the same 6.
It just now says
without SF on the side. I'm like, it still looks like crap. Give me back the old, like the red and the yellow and the paintbrush. I still don't think that's the final logo.
No,
we'll
it
see.
can't be.
But I'll give you half point for that.
That's fair.
Because you added on. Final Fantasy 16 date. I'll give you that. Tease for 7 Part 2. So you get another half point there, 1 full point, and then RE4 remake.
Nailed
2 full
that
points
one.
for you.
Yeah.
Me, I said Half-Life Alyx. Final Fantasy 16 trailer, release date of spring 23. I was so close. But I'll give me a half point because I'm not going to get into 3/4 with spring 23 versus summer. Well, I got the 23. Half point. I said we get a Street Fighter 6 trailer, full point. But you win 2 to 1.5 because my other prediction was God of War story trailer and a release date of September. I was hyper specific with that one.
Yeah.
But that was state of play. Great show. I wish we had more stuff coming in 2022 that were the big guns, but it is what it is. I still think we're going to see some stuff with Keighley. But speaking of Jeff Keighley, it's time for our Summer Game Fest / non-E3 predictions for 2022. Jeff did show that there are at least 30 companies participating that he named on Twitter. Not everyone was listed, but this is what we've got so far. I don't think he updated this yet. 2K, Activision, Atlas, Crusader Senti 2, Bandai Namco, Bloober Team, Capcom, Deep Silver, Devolver, Dotemu. I think we're getting...
I still say you're saying that wrong.
I don't know.
I feel like it's got to be
.emu. Emu. EA, Epic Games, Focus, PlayStation, Sega, Square Enix, Studio MDHR, WB, and Xbox. No Nintendo listed there. I don't think that means they won't be there, but I won't be surprised if they're not there. I still think we're going to get a direct announcement. Because whenever they do their directs, even for a big one, it's usually like, hey, come back next week for a 55-minute direct. And we're like, what? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's time for our predictions now. I'm going to go first so you don't steal mine.
Okay.
Let me check this. Nope. Okay. My first predict... Oh, I got to find it here. Man, it's hot up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait, you can kind of see that.
I'm not looking.
I'm going to do this one first. You can't have a Jeff Keighley show.
Okay, I've got this one too.
without having our Lord and Savior Hideo Kojima there. He's going to show up. I don't think he's in LA. I mean, maybe we'll find out. We'll start seeing him tweeting from an airplane here in a couple days. Who knows? I don't think he's there for the show, but I think it's going to be another one of those, "Hi, Jeff." And then he says a lot of things in Japanese, and then he's like, "One more thing." I think we get a tease for whatever game he's working on. Probably Death Stranding 2. And the only... I know it just leaked from Norman Fetus 2 weeks ago. But Death Stranding came out in 2019. They did the director's cut. They ported it to PC, yada, yada, yada. But it's been a while since we've seen anything really new other than that Metal Gear Solid style of thing that they added to Death Stranding. And it wouldn't shock me if we see something because, like, at E3 2016, 5 months after he announced, "Hey, I'm making a game for Sony," we're like, he won't be here. It's way too early. And then he shows this whole trailer with the low roar music, and he's coming, and there's the crabs and the oil hands and everything that ended up being in the game. So I think there's a very good chance it's Death Stranding 2, but I'm not going to say that it is. But Hideo Kojima is there, and he teases whatever he's working on for PlayStation. And I'm skeptical about this whole he has a deal with Xbox thing, because I think we would have heard something more about that. But that's my first prediction. Kojima is there, and he teases what's coming next, finally.
I mean, I'm basically going with the same thing, except I'm flat out saying it is Death Stranding 2.
Okay.
I think we see something. It's not just him saying, "Well, Norman let the cat out of the bag. Yes, we're working on Death Stranding 2. I think it's more than that. Probably not even to the level of the first time we saw Death Stranding, but that kind of thing. Just like a little snippet, something from the game, but that tells us nothing, and it's probably 20 seconds long.
It would be cool if it did show us something from the game that actually showed, like, are we going to be doing the same thing, or is this going to be a completely different game?
Right.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, I say Death Stranding 2 and nothing else. No, even...
Metal Gear, Silent Hill.
Well, I was going to say not even like a release year.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
going to be like,
No,
Death Stranding 2
is coming.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that it'll be called 2. They could...
I don't think it's going to be Death Stranding 2. I think it's going to be...
colon.
Yeah, I don't know. I either see it being like Death Stranding,
Return of the BTs.
something, or instead of Death Stranding, Death Awakening, or Death, like,
Oh, I like
something
that.
like that.
John
So I don't
says, if it's not a spiritual successor to Zone of the Enders, I don't care. All right. So me now?
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it. Now, they're not listed as being here. Wow. But I do think... I don't know if it'll be Sony showing this, but I think we're getting 2 reveals for new games. Well, not even new. Maybe new. 2 games coming from Konami. Silent Hill is going to be here. Bloober Team is freaking listed. We're going to see Silent Hill. I think there's a chance that we also see either Metal Gear. I'm just going to say Metal Gear. I'm not saying Solid 1, 2, 3. I'm not saying Remake. It could, for all we know, my God, it could be Survive 2, for all we know. But we either see Metal Gear in some capacity coming back, or Castlevania. 2 of the 3 will be there. Well, I'm saying Silent Hill will be there. Get fully revealed. I don't know if it's going to be the remake. I don't know if it's going to be Silent Hill 7 or whatever the next one would be.
See, that's kind of why I wish they didn't release this stuff. Because if Bloober Team is there, Silent Hill, I mean...
I'm going for...
I feel like
that's
kind
why
of
I'm
get...
not,
No, I know. That's
why
why,
I'm not
at
just
least
saying
this way,
Silent Hill.
it's like
Yeah.
it would be a half a point kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like that... I think they can leave a little bit more to the imagination.
He could have just said like EA and Xbox and PlayStation and 2K. Like the big guns are going to be there.
Yeah.
But that's it. 2 new Konami games are going to be there. Silent Hill will be one of them, and then we're either getting something with Metal Gear or Castlevania. And now again, we're not saying just for Summer Game Fest. So we'll see where we're at on the points after this, but we're really saying throughout the summer.
Yeah.
Because Sony could do
this is
a
not
showcase,
just,
Nintendo could do a direct, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will update the points throughout the summer.
Yeah, the summer of gaming, I would say, predictions.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go, and I feel pretty confident about this, again, because of something we see here, although maybe I'm misreading it. I think we get an announcement for Elden Ring DLC. And cherry on top, coming fall 22, I'll say. What it is, I don't know. I know people have found little like arenas and stuff. I'm sure that has something to do with it. But usually in the past, like, to my knowledge, all their DLCs have been like just more game, just like new areas to explore, new bosses, new items, new everything.
Changed.
So yeah, it changed as soon as I woke it back up.
Oh yeah, because Bandai Namco's there.
Exactly. That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm
wait,
saying.
they didn't say From. Then I'm like, oh yeah, From didn't publish it, you idiot.
So yeah, that's what I assume. Yeah. So yeah, Elden Ring DLC. Who knows what it'll be? But I'm gonna say probably fall 22.
I think that's perfect because I think you don't want to do it, and it's out today because people are still going through the game.
Yeah, it seems too
Fall is perfect. Like when Horizon did their DLC. Horizon came out in February. The Frozen Wilds came out in November.
Yeah.
Releasing this in November, if it's one more area that you get it doesn't even have to be this
right. There's
this
a new
arena
island
thing.
out in the
you
map
get teleported
and,
to, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm gonna go with this one next because I don't want to just completely forsake Xbox. So, as we know right now, Starfield was delayed, Redfall was delayed, so Xbox has no exclusive games coming out the rest of this year. I think that changes. I think I'm going to be wrong. But my prediction is it's been 3 years since this game was revealed, and it's been 5 years since the first game came out. I think we get one more trailer for Hellblade 2. And we get a fall or holiday 2022 release date to fill in the gap. The first one came out in 2017. I know Breath of the Wild came out in 2017. We still haven't gotten that. But Hellblade 2, no matter how remarkable it looks, it's not Breath of the Wild. It's not going to be this crazy open world where there are a million things to do and mess with physics and yada, yada, yada. When I was thinking through what can I predict for Xbox, Hellblade 2, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Showing off the guns.
Okay, I don't stink yet. Hellblade 2 makes sense to me. Like, it's been 3 years since it was revealed. I don't remember if they bought them in 2019 or 2020. I can't remember. It must have been 2019. That was when they bought like 6 or 7 studios. I just feel like it's time, and I feel like they need it. And I feel like one of the reasons they were probably okay with Bethesda delaying Redfall, who frickin' cares? I don't think anybody really worries about that.
Up their sleeve.
They've got something up their sleeve, and I'm like, well, it's not going to be another Halo. It's too soon for Gears 6. They don't have anything else unless Forza, not Horizon, comes out this year. But, like, you just put out Horizon last year, and I'm like, what else do they have right now? Hellblade 2 coming out sometime in 2022, and it helps to fill the gap for Microsoft. That's my prediction.
I like it. That would be huge for them. I think they need something.
And the game, that is a game I would play. I still need to go back and finish it and get the platinum, but that's a game I would like to play. It's because I got Game Pass. Game looks just remarkable, absolutely stunning, and I just wonder how much it'll be similar to the first game, because the combat in the first game, the few hours I played, was not great. It was not good. It was more just playing it with headphones on, and you hear the voices and everything, and you're looking for the runes, and it's very slow paced and whatever. I wonder if they go more like God of War or like Heavenly Sword or something with this, but we'll see. But that's my prediction. Hellblade 2 out this year.
Nice. So mine is, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm trying to think of things to add to it to spice it up, but I don't really know what it would be. I think the timing is right. I think the last one has been milked completely dry. I think we get I'll say at least a teaser, even though I don't know that I really care. Just seems like it's about time for Mortal Kombat 12.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like 11 came out like years ago. There's been
They've said they're done supporting it.
Yeah, I think it's time to move on. I think we get a teaser for Mortal Kombat 12. Probably not even a release date, but I don't know. I'll say release 23. I always forget what year we're in. Sometime next year.
That would be awesome if SF6 and MK12. Isn't it weird? Street Fighter 2 came out in 91. Mortal Kombat came out in 92. Now they're up to 12, and Street Fighter's up to 6.
Yeah.
Because Mortal Kombat only did the whole Super Ultra thing with Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what they can do. Like, you have to one-up 11. But, like, my God, like, the amount of... I'm trying to think how you just keep making it more ridiculous. And I don't know what else you can
after all the X-ray
do.
moves.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
like, I'm sure they'll find a way. But yeah, I'll keep it simple. I think we see a teaser for Mortal Kombat 12. Or a new, who knows, may just be called Mortal Kombat. But the next Mortal Kombat game.
I wonder if instead of that, though, we get Injustice 3.
That, yeah.
Because 2 was before 11. They went Injustice, Mortal Kombat 10, Injustice 2, Mortal Kombat 11. But I don't think people really care about Injustice the way Golden State's going to win. The way that they care about Mortal Kombat, obviously.
Right, yeah.
All right, so next up for me, do you have anything that starts with a B that I don't want to steal?
A B.
BL?
No.
Oh.
I thought about it, but no.
I'm going to go with the U instead of the O. I think
The U.
it's been almost 2 years since they put out their last game. They didn't do anything else for it. They didn't do any DLC. They didn't do anything like that. We also know, reportedly, that they're working on an original IP, or not a new IP, but something, and then maybe a remake also. I think Blue Point shows up. This is the first big thing since Sony bought them to just tease what they're working on. Now, of course, this could play into what I predicted first with Konami. I don't feel like they're doing Metal Gear, though. There was all those leaks that this, Vicarious Visions, but that Virtuoso or Virtuous Studios, because Virtuous Mission in Korea or something is actually doing most of the work on it. So I don't think it's Blue Point. But I think if we see something from Blue Point, it probably is whatever remake, reimagining they're doing, remaster. I don't think it's going to be their new, and I still don't even think they're doing a new. You don't buy Blue Point to have them make new games.
No, that's not what they do.
I'm not saying they can't, but it's been almost 2 years since Demon Soul Remake came out. I said Demon and Soul. I didn't put an S on either of them. Demon's Souls Remake came out at the launch, and it went gold 2 or something months before it. It's not like they're sitting there twiddling their fingers. Now, the only thing with predicting anything for Sony in this that could screw me up is if they do end up doing a showcase, like the last time they did a big showcase, they did September the last 2 years. That could screw me up. Well, no, I still get the point. It all counts. I got to remember that. It's fine.
Now, at what point, what if there's like a state of play in like October? Like, when are we drawing the line on, like, when are we saying the summer of gaming, the summer of George ends?
I would say the end of September.
Okay.
But yeah, Blue Point is there. They're revealing whatever they're working on. And whatever it is, some people are going to be really happy. I would like to think just about everybody's going to be really happy. But I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blue Point will be there. They reveal what the heck is going on over there.
All right, my next one.
Injustice 3 would be awesome. There you go.
I'm just going to throw it out there. trying to will it into existence because, come on.
Don't tell me you're doing this again.
I don't even know.
M?
No.
Oh. I've given up the ghost. Yeah, I've given up the ghost.
I thought about it, but then I'm like, I mean, I'm sure Nintendo will do something by the end of summer, but no, I stayed away from Nintendo. I thought about that, though. This one's probably even worse. We're going to see and get a release date, a release window for effing Silksong.
Oh.
It's got to happen. I just, there's no way they've just scrapped it. Like, it's got to be coming.
Unlike Abandon, which, did you see all the tweets going around that GameSpot's reporting? There's nothing there. This guy is a complete, he got in way over his head. He's a shyster. Yeah. Silksong. I would like to see that. Didn't they reveal this 2 or 3 years ago? When did Shovel Knight? When did Hollow Knight come out?
2018, maybe 19.
I think it was 2018. 4 years.
Yeah.
And they announced. Wait, sorry. What did I ask? When did it come out, or when did they announce it? I meant to ask, when did they announce it?
Oh, I don't know when they announced it.
I think they announced it the next year. I think they announced it in like 2019.
Maybe, yeah.
And like, it's not, I don't know. Maybe they're going bigger and better, and there's going to be an upside down castle
supposedly
or something.
It was going to be like DLC, and now it sounds like it's, for all intents and purposes, going to be Hollow Knight 2. Right. And so I'm hoping that's why we haven't really heard anything. It's just they're just making a full game out of it, which I'd be fine with DLC, honestly. But like, I mean, they've already done DLC, and DLC was like,
oh, they did
so long ago, yeah.
Oh,
so it's definitely a standalone game, assuming it's still coming. But I've not yet lost hope. Silksong with a release window, maybe not a release date
of this year.
No,
next year. Really?
Yeah. I'm not that hopeful.
But I just don't know what they're doing. I know they're a small team. I don't even know the name of the team now that I think of it.
I can't even think of who it is.
But I think Silksong has to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that's a good one. All right, my last one.
Now, I've only got one more, but I've got another one that I was keeping in case I needed it. So, yeah, I'll use it.
I wrote this down wrong. Apparently, my phone corrected God to GIF.
GIF of war?
Yes. So, I'm just going to say it. I feel like we haven't been too outlandish with our predictions. And this isn't outlandish, but the second part of it is.
Available now.
No. That would be the dumbest thing ever. But I think it gets a release date for this year, and it does come out this year. We see a new trailer that's story-focused. But Sony has a double header. And The Last of Us Remake is announced, and it's also out this friggin' year. And they put the screws to Xbox with no Starfield, no Redfall, maybe Hellblade 2, who knows. The Last of Us Remake is real. It's a lot closer than we think. It's actually out this year. So is God of War. Double-barreled shotgun from Sony. Might be the only big things they even show at this show, and that would be plenty. Because if they're going to do a showcase in September, you can't wait until then to do the release date for God of War, especially if it might be coming out in September. Yes, God of War is out this year. So is Last of Us Remake. And I'll throw in a third thing. It comes with Factions, which is also out this year.
Okay. All right, I'm going to switch mine up. I hope you're wrong about that being all they show.
Oh.
I think we see not any... I think we get another, or really just a first. I think we get more information, I'll say that. Obviously no gameplay, but something to let us know what is this game.
Bye, John.
See you, John. What is Team Cherry? Thank you.
What is that?
Hollow Knight.
Oh, the dev. Okay. I was like, is that somebody in Street Fighter?
What is this game, or what is the overall story? Some kind of information for Logan.
Oh.
I know it's not coming for a long time, but something else.
Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I called it. Yeah, I mean maybe it would be called Logan, but yeah, Wolverine. Just I don't know, maybe some kind of in-game footage. Obviously not gameplay, but like
I would just love a 5-second clip of what you'd be actually doing in this game.
Exactly. Yeah.
That would be if they show that, I'm over the moon.
Yeah.
But what about Spidey 2?
That I mean, to me, that seems like the easier one. I'm really reaching with.
You are reaching with Wolverine. I'll
Wolverine
give you that.
will shoot for the moon. I think Spider-Man's probably more likely that we'll see something. But I don't know. Like, honestly, if we just saw of Wolverine what we saw of Spider-Man 2, like that would be more
something more than Logan just
him
sitting at the bar and just going flink,
yeah,
or
exactly.
thwick, or no, thwick, fling. I don't know. So you've got one more you can throw in?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do mine. Some of the two I'm not going to use. I wrote down a Gears of War collection and a tease for Gears 6. I think the tease for Gears 6 could happen. The Gears of War collection, I don't know if it's needed because there's an Ultimate Edition of Gears 1 that came out on Xbox One, I think, that was like kind of a remaster. And then there's 2 and 3 that are on 360, and then 4 and 5 were on the One. So I don't know if it's needed. I do think we could get a Gears 6 tease, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to end on a big one that I think I have no chance of getting right. I'm also not going to say Bloodborne anything. I thought about it. I wrote it down, but I'm just, like I know Colin said they're not done with Bloodborne. Nobody knows what the hell that means. I don't want to predict Bloodborne 2 or a remake or it coming to, first off, it comes to PC. I don't really care. But 2 or a remake, I'm not going to predict because that'll probably make it not happen. I also thought about predicting that we see Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever it is. In my wildest dreams, we would get Super Mario Brothers 4. I know I predicted that a few years ago. That was stupid. But I don't think we're going to see... We could see Mario, but I'm not going to predict it. I'm going to end my 6th prediction that has almost no chance of being real. I think Take-Two announces... Red Dead Redemption Remake.
Okay.
Not a remaster, a remake. They've got the engine. They've abandoned pretty much Red Dead Online. Take-Two also owns a bajillion companies that could be working on this thing. People are mad that they've abandoned Red Dead Online. I guess I have to play Red Dead 2 at some point. I bought it. I should probably play it. Red Dead Redemption Remake. And I think that's something that could even, I'm not predicting this, but I could see that even being the show closer because people would lose their effing minds for that. The game came out in 2010, I'm pretty sure. It's been 12 years. It's been 4 years since RDR2. I'm just going to go for it and say Red Dead Redemption gets a remake, and it's possible it might even close the show.
Okay. I like it. I think it's out there, but it could happen. My final one
is really out there
because I think Elden Ring has now come and gone.
Or are you going to say what I just...
I think like Death Stranding was floating out there for a while. What else has there been? There's another one that I was just thinking of. Starfield is up there. Just games that were like...
Never going to come out, you mean?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Along those lines, I feel like we need a new one. And I almost thought you were going to take
You mean a new one that's going to last forever?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we see like very minimal information, maybe like a logo and location. And again, maybe they close with it. I'm throwing it out there. GTA 6.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Metroid Prime 4.
No,
okay.
I'm staying away from Nintendo. GTA 6, probably not coming out till 25, but like a logo, maybe some kind of like music to let us know, is it the 80s?
The era, yep.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And maybe they close the show with it.
I like it. That's hilarious that we both went with Take-Two to end this thing.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be my last one, but once you went Sony, I'm like, all right, I'll throw my Wolverine one in first, and then I'll close with the one I was going to close with.
I dig it. I like it. We'll probably be wrong on a lot of it, even the ones that might be obvious.
Somebody usually wins this 0.5 to nothing.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be true again.
Well, no, but I think if I look at what we got...
This might be like similar to State of Play, like a 2 to 1.5 kind of final score.
Because we're not as out there. Some of them are, but we're not. Sometimes it's all hopes and dreams, not predictions. I think we've got a good mix this time. So I think we might actually get some points, but I could be completely wrong.
Plus, we did 6 instead of our usual 5.
Right, so we've got even more chance to maybe get a point, even though neither of our 6 prediction are going to come true.
Oh, right.
Now it's time for the wrap-up, Sean. Oh, and also let us know any predictions you got down in the chat below.
Comments below.
That's what I meant. I looked at the chat. Hold on. Casey fell asleep on the couch. Probably good since we don't have air up here. So now it's time for the wrap-up. I think I said it already. Apparently, Shredder's Revenge's release date has been leaked as June 16th.
So I need to finish Dark Souls in 11 days.
And we need to hear back about review codes as well.
Oh, crap. Yeah. Oh, crap. So really, I need to finish Dark Souls in like a week.
Remind me at 10 a.m. to ask about Ninja Turtle review codes. It was announced by Sony to GamesIndustry.biz that the PlayStation 5 has officially passed 20 million units sold. I feel like they must have had a big uptick. Because didn't we just say 17.4 a couple months ago?
I was going to say, 20 seems like a big jump from whatever they were at before. I couldn't remember what it was, but good for them.
We talked last week that a announcement was coming from Sega. We hoped for a Dreamcast Mini or a Saturn Mini, but instead we're getting something that I still think is pretty cool. Mega Drive
we
Mini
don't know if we're
2.
Getting it.
Well, we the people, but not the U.S. yet. The Mega Drive Mini 2 was announced for Japan, coming out October 26th. Also, you can buy a fake Sega CD to go on the side and a fake 32X to go on top of it. Which, if it comes out here and they offer that, I'm just going to get it all. And it's going to make it a pain in the butt, but I'm going to get it. Games that were revealed so far are Bonanza Brothers, Fantasy Zone, which actually never came to the Genesis, so this will be a port of the arcade game, I guess. Magical Terraruto, Shining in the Darkness, Thunder Force 4, which is supposed to be one of the best shmups ever on the Genesis.
Really?
Virtua Racing, with that old V... What was the name of that chip that they used for... VFX?
Something like that.
But that's just visual effects. VRX, I don't know. But that's what caused the cart to cost $100 back in the day. Mansion of Hidden Souls from Sega CD. Oh, I didn't even mention that. This will have Genesis games or Mega Drive games, Sega CD games or Mega CD games, as well as arcade games, apparently, and Mysterious Works. So I feel like there's going to be an unreleased game that's going to show up. Popful Mail on Sega CD, Shining Force CD, Sylpheed on CD, and Sonic CD.
On CD.
50 games will be there in total, and more announcements are coming June 24th. Wherefore is Wherefore out thou. I can't talk all duty. Modern Wherefore 2. Guillermo. Why am I saying Wherefore? Modern Warfare 2 is getting its full reveal on June 8th. It will be Call of Duty, and I will be playing it, whether it's on Game Pass or not. Dragon Age 4 is officially titled Dragon Age Dreadwolf. It's not coming out this year, but there will be more news coming later this year. I think it's been like forever since 4 came out. I think that came out in 2014. I mean, since 3 came out. Xbox's June update finally adds the ability to view secret achievements. You can do that on PlayStation forever now. You just hit square, and it shows you what it is. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are out November 18th. Has there been a Pokemon game every year on the Switch? Is it not enough?
I think so.
If you like Pokemon, I don't care. That's fine. But like, we got Let's Go Eevee, we got Snap, we got the the remake of Diamond and Shining Pearl, Arceus, we got Sword and Shield. Like, now we're getting Scarlet. I didn't even know this was a game, and now they're like, okay, it's coming out November 18th. I guess it was announced already, but it's going to be fully open world. You can do online play with up to 4 players, 4-player co-op. And there are different professors in each game, and people apparently are getting horny for them, and I don't get it. You people weird me out sometimes. Madden himself is getting the cover of Madden 23, as he should. Remember, John Madden died right around Christmas. It's coming out August 19th. And the current gen version will be getting the Field Sense feature. I'm not going to buy
that?
it again.
Do we know what that is?
It's something about the way the animations work and the physics and stuff. Like, it was already improved in the current gen version last year, but this is a new name and takes it to the next level. And they're going to be doing improvements in fantasy mode because people hated fantasy mode. I don't understand why people get I'm like, it's fantasy. I play my season, I draft, I get free agents, and I keep going. Like,
right,
I don't know what I don't know, but the Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick, one of the coolest names ever.
Werner Ziegler.
Werner Ziegler. Nacho, do you know a Werner Ziegler? He says that it makes no financial sense to put their games on subscriptions day one. And people reply to the tweet being like, oh, you Sony ponies. Oh, all you do is bash Xbox. It makes no financial sense unless you have Microsoft's money.
Right.
Can you imagine putting GTA 6 on Game Pass? First off, Microsoft would have to pay them probably $3 billion.
Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers gameplay was revealed in a 7-minute trailer, and people are not impressed.
It looks kind of cool, but I also kind of get what people are saying in that the whole Sonic's big thing is he's really, really fast.
I don't want to slow down and just like explore a tower and look for like.
Yeah.
I had my hopes up when they did the first tease, whenever it was announced, probably last year. I can't remember, but I'm not feeling it. Just give us Sonic Mania 2. Sonic doesn't work in 3D. It works like 1 every 7 games. It's okay.
Yeah.
Ass Creed Origins got its 60 frames per second patch on PS5, Xbox Series X, and S. That would be funny if they're like, "Hey, we got a 50 frames per second patch."
They're still working on 60.
Tekken 7 has crossed 9 million copies sold. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed is out August 30th. Destroy All Humans 3 was in the NVIDIA leak, so that seems like it's absolutely real. Super Bomberman R Online is getting killed in December by Konami after 18 months of service. And people are pissed because a lot of people apparently love that, but I guess there's not enough of them.
Really?
Samoa Joe is playing Sweet Tooth in the Twisted Metal TV show. Will Arnett is doing the voice. Why is this a show?
I have no idea.
Also, don't I remember Sweet Tooth looking more like Zangief, like some big hulking, like, but not like big boy, like, you know?
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
I never played it.
And the PS Plus games for June were confirmed to be God of War, Naruto, Boruto, Shinobi Striker, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. That might be fun to do a Let's Play of.
I'm
as
down.
we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Again, and people are pissed like God of War is in the PS5 collection. This is bullcrap, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, not everybody has a PS5. A lot of people don't have a PS5. Now, if they've got a PS4 and they wanted to play God of War, but they never did, now they can. It doesn't bother me. I don't know why it bothers. People just want to be mad about stuff. Shocking. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for episode 284. We survived without AC. We're
Barely.
only a little bit sweaty. Hopefully not too rank. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Next week is going to be another long one, I assume. We're going to recap Summer Game Fest, the Xbox Bethesda show, and anything else that happens this week. But I assume that will probably be all that happens. But, Sean, until that time, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.